Hello, divine man. Hello, divine woman. And welcome to this safe space. I'm actually really liking that. So I'm wondering if I should make that my intro. Everybody got an intro. So maybe that'll be it. We'll see. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a little more ad-libbing, which is what I normally do. However, I honestly cannot tell you how this video is going to end today. So, I try to do these recordings as soon as I notice there's something I got to process. Not only for, like myself, but just so everybody can understand more of like the process of healing, okay? Because healing isn't a one and done. It's continuous. You're always healing. You're always needing to heal from something, okay? We're reverting back to our childlike selves, and depending on how old you are when you start healing, you have to heal. You're basically healing backwards, okay? So if you're in your 30s, you're healing from wherever you are in your 30s going back, and that includes anything that you're experiencing at the moment, okay? So that's just a tip that just wanted to pop out. But today I think I want to talk about victim mentality. Okay, honestly, I don't know where this is going. It's just something that's just wrong. All right, so let me tell you where this is coming from. So I went to sleep at like 4 o'clock this morning. Okay, and then I woke up around 10. I was having one of those nights. Okay, and then somehow, someway, I fell asleep in the midst of me having a moment. Okay, and then I woke up. I woke up a few times in between, but then blah. So anyways, throughout the night, I just noticed that there was one thing that my mind was thinking about. So like, I did get a somewhat good night's rest, but it was like my mind was trying to figure things out in my dreams. Like, I'm seeing the dreams happening, but my mind is trying to process different things that I haven't really been thinking about. I surrendered it, and just going with the flow. So I noticed, like, in my dreams, I was like consciously trying to figure things out, right? Trying to find opportunities, like trying to figure out how am I going to get certain opportunities to happen in my life or to come into my life. And I know in like when I'm awake, I surrendered it all. I had a plan, or I have a plan, or at least I thought I had a plan. And so that just lets me know there's some things that I need to work on, or to take a look at my plans again. But anyways, I noticed as I woke up to do my daily routine, my shoulders started to feel a little heavier. I started to feel bad. I didn't say it or think it, but the feeling that I had aligned with why does all this stuff always happen to me? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I've gotten to the point where I've realized that, okay, no, hold on. I've said it a few times last year, but like in the beginning of last year, but I've started learning that things don't happen to me, things happen for me. But I noticed that energy was around me and my shoulders were feeling heavy, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, I had to put my spiritual gangster on, like through the guidance of my spiritual team. I had to put my spiritual gangster on, and I was like, hold on, no, this is not gonna happen today. I'm not gonna do this today. When I did my cleansing, lit my candle and everything, but let me just say, first and foremost, that's the first time that I've ever done that. Okay, so that lets me know that I'm on the right track. I'm on the right path. Okay, so that I'm very grateful that I've gotten to that point. Even if it's just today, I'm grateful. Because I am feeling better. But what started happening is I started thinking about the victim mentality. We get so caught up in, why is this happening to me? Why are these people doing this? Why do I keep hearing this? Da, 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 And it, honestly, I can't speak for everyone, but I can say for a good majority, that stems from traumatic events. That stems from different things that we've been through that we never healed from. And it most likely was out of your control. And there was nothing you could do. Maybe you weren't strong enough. Maybe you didn't understand enough. There's so many different possibilities. But long story short, for the purpose of this recording, I'm gonna say that it most likely trimmed from something traumatic, whether it was just a no, maybe it was abuse. There's many different ways we can go. Regardless of where it stemmed from, it's something we have to consciously remove from our energetic fields, from our minds, from our souls. We've been conditioned to look at life as if everything is happening to us. Okay? I don't want to talk smack about anybody's beliefs. So, generally speaking, I've learned that religion overall is basically keeping the general population with in a slave's mindset. Like, I'm going to just do what I'm told to do and expect for me to get rewarded. Okay? I'm going to give all of this and expect to be rewarded. I don't know if you're following if you're following where I'm going with this, and if you're triggered, I don't know what to tell you. It's you're here, you're listening. Either you keep listening or you go somewhere. But that's one thing that I've learned in the past few years. Society has society has conditioned. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk right now. Society has conditioned most of the population to have a slave mindset, follow trends, follow what everybody's doing, do give all of you and expect minimal back, and it just keeps going, and that overflows into every area of your life. So I noticed for myself, I started straying away from religion for a while ago. So I don't want to say that I'm coming from this with a biased point of view, because I've been there, I've done that, but I've also, taken myself away from those limiting principles. But I will say that there is a big difference between allowing yourself to be in religion versus not allowing it to define your life. So, when I think about when I was, a diehard Christian and everything, I remember listen, I'm a very literal person, and I will say a lot of the teachings that I was learning, I took it very literally. Like, I cannot think of I can't think of an example right now, but I am still a very literal person. So certain things that I was reading in the Bible, I took it very literally, and maybe that was just my story. I don't know if anybody else has experienced the same, but I can say things were a little harder back then, because I felt like I had to depend on someone that I couldn't see, that I didn't know, to provide all my needs. And there was nothing I could do except, just be there and wait. Whereas now it's a completely different thing. Anyways, back to this victim mindset. I said all that to say, what you consume mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that's going to trickle into every area of your life. Okay, so if you're consuming certain things that put you in a victim mindset or a slave mindset, that is going to trickle into every area of your life. So until you choose to stop consuming whatever it is that is holding you to those specific principles, how can you truly expect to move forward? How can you truly expect healing? You feel me? Like, I remember there was a traumatic experience in my life, several, but this one specific event was something that I carried with me everywhere. And when I was I was in the church and everything, I was quote unquote healed. But I noticed when I started to seek alternative forms of healing that shit was right there. It was just disguised in another way. And it actually grew compared to what I was under the impression of. So just just make sure that my recommendation to end this video is make sure that you are not allowing your life to be dictated by a victim mindset, a slave mindset. Things that you experience are for your greater good. Okay? Things that you experience, they happen for you, not to you. It's a matter of circumstances, okay? You can either experience bad or you can either experience a worse event. That's something I've learned in the past few years. Your spiritual team will allow you to experience bad to prevent you from experiencing worse. But by experiencing that bad, you're not as traumatized as you could have been if you experienced worse. And that allows you to not only heal, but it allows you to transform your mindset in your life. So I'm going to end it over here. I'll probably continue this topic in another video, but thanks for tuning in and be blessed.